From Kern Government Television, welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the Kern County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxtun Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy, and our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Board to reconvene. Good morning, Kern County family, staff, and members of the public watching from home. And welcome to the regular meeting of the Kern County Board of Supervisors, Tuesday, December 9th. We'll begin, as we always do, with roll call. Madam Clerk?
Supervisor Peters?
Here.
Supervisor Parlier?
Here.
Supervisor Flores?
Here.
Supervisor Couch?
Here.
Supervisor Perez?
Here. Our flag salute this morning will be led by a dear friend of mine and an incredibly special member of the Kern County family. Mr. Robert Owen, are you here? Can you come forward, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Share with you some information about Mr. Owen. Mr. Owen is a Bakersfield native. He enlisted in the United States Marine Corps in January of 1997, completing the School of Infantry later that summer. His MOS, 0351, anti-tank assault man. That sounds serious. He was stationed at Marine Barracks, Japan, until it was closed in the winter of 1998. He was then transferred to 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, Bravo Company at 29 Palms. He returned with the company to Japan and also trained the ROK Marines in South Korea. He separated from the Marines after attaining the rank of sergeant in January of 2001. During his enlistment, he was awarded the Good Conduct Medal, no surprises there, and a Navy Achievement Medal. After his enlistment, he utilized the GI Bill to obtain both his college and law degrees and is presently a public defender serving in the mental health unit. God's work. Mr. Owen, thank you for your service and thank you for leading us today in the flag salute.
Thank you, ma'am.
For the rest of the public, if you could please stand. And at the remainder of the salute, please remain standing for a moment of prayer, silent, or meditation, whichever you prefer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Owen. Appreciate you holding it down at my old office, Robert. Keep up the good work. Okay. Our favorite part of the morning, usually, our pet of the week. I want you to meet this morning a precious and special baby who's had a little bit of too many holiday snacks this year, but there'll be no shaming or judgment here, I promise you. Who do you have with you, Nick?
Well, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm getting my workout this morning. I have Apollo. Apollo. He's a senior dog. He's about 9 years old. Yes, he's slightly overweight, but he's a sweet, sweet dog. We believe that he lived in a home for quite some time, and he's available for adoption at the Kern County Animal Shelter.
Well, they took very good care of him.
They certainly did.
That's very clear. So whoever gets Apollo in their forever home with him, make sure you got extra treats on hand because this is one spoiled baby. Apollo, we really wish you the best. And we appreciate, as we say often about our doggies, not original, but I'll say the quote because David Couch loves it so much. But dogs, we love them because they know but do not tell. So we know as senior dog, you hold a lot of secrets, Apollo, and we appreciate you holding true to that doggy nature. For those of you at home who would like or interested in Apollo, what is the cost of adoption?
His adoption fee is $20, and that includes everything you need to be responsible. So he's going to be neutered, which he's actually already neutered.
Wonderful.
He's going to have a microchip, a license, get vaccinated, everything you need to be responsible, including the adoption fee.
$20.
$20.
What?
He weighs about what two dogs
For the
weigh,
price of
yes.
one, Supervisor Couch said. So for you at home needing a forever home, this is a steal. It's a deal. Your life will be forever transformed. What a great Christmas gift. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move to our consent agenda. Agendas are located at the back of the room for those wishing to follow along. They are listed with a capital C, capital A, and they are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. If a member of the public feels otherwise, we ask that you please come forward and let us know your position on a consent matter. These are matters that we usually do not like to hold up the day with, that they are simple, non-controversial matters, but of course we invite the public to let us know if they feel otherwise. Consent matters begin on page 2, and they include items 1 through 2, as well as 5 through 6 and 9. On page 3, all items listed 10 through 15. On page 4, all items listed 16 through 22. On page 5, all items listed 23 through 29. And on page 6, items 31 through 32. Are there any members of the public who would like to comment, add comment on public consent matters? Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public portion and ask my colleagues for comment, question, or action.
Motion on consent.
We have a motion on consent. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, awesome. We're going to move to our resolutions and proclamations portion of the agenda this morning. It's a brief one, only two, and I'll be handling both, which is unusual, but that's because both are close and dear friends of whom I have much respect, admiration, and love for, and personal knowledge of. So I'm going to call both matters 3 and 4 and head to the podium, and we'll handle them one after another. Item number 3 is a certificate of recognition for the Bakersfield Sikh Women's Association in Kern County. 10 years, a decade, which is just stunning. And item number 4, certificate of recognition to Gilbert Wattis, also known as Mr. Dimples, for his generous contributions supporting the Cap K food drive in Kern County. I'm going to head down. We do not need a vote on these matters, so I'm going to first ask the Sikh Women's Association to come down, and let's have some fun. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I love these ladies. Okay, come on over. Let's crowd around here. What a moment. What a moment. 10 years, Raji. The Bakersfield Sikh Women's Association's 10th anniversary. Bakersfield Sikh Women's Association, BSWA, is a local nonprofit organization founded by a group of friends and sisters, shared a simple but powerful vision to give back to this beautiful community. Rooted in the Sikh principle of seva, did I say that right? Yeah. Selfless service. The organization has spent the last decade uplifting and supporting individuals and families across Kern County, from every corner, from every family, and from every tradition. Celebrating its 10th anniversary, BSWA continues to serve as a bridge between the Sikh community and the broader Kern County community through a diverse portfolio of very impactful programs. Community health and wellness. BSWA's Core Care program, did I say that right? Partners with local hospitals and the Kern County Public Health Department to provide free health screenings and services at Sikh temples throughout Bakersfield. These include cervical and breast cancer screenings, COVID-19 testing and vaccination clinics, blood pressure and diabetes screenings. BSWA launched the first ever toll-free bilingual, both Punjabi and English, helpline in the nation. In the nation, called You Are Not Alone. With the support of the District Attorney's Office and the Family Justice Center, this resource line assists individuals in crisis by connecting them with safety, guidance, and community support and love. Each year, BSWA hosts an annual 5K run for SEVA, which funds the BSWA's SEVA Scholarship Initiative. This needs-based scholarship program supports deserving students across Kern County. Since its inception in March 2015, the association has awarded over $550,000 in scholarships, empowering hundreds of local students to pursue higher education and their American dream. BSWA also provides ongoing support to the Bakersfield Homeless Center, an open door network, by organizing blanket and clothing drives at Sikh temples, participating in holiday adopt a family programs, and hosting summer movie outings for children at the center. Through all its programs, BSWA serves as a conduit between the Sikh community and the wider Kern County family, strengthening connection, understanding, and mutual support. This organization is 100% volunteer-based. In honor of its impactful service, BSWA was recently named Nonprofit of the Year by the California State Assembly, a testament to its decade of dedication, compassion, and leadership. This organization has been founded and led by some of the most remarkable women I have ever met in my life. Absolutely devoted, dedicated, and organized to near perfection. Their fearless leader, Raji Brar, is my dear friend and sister, whom I have witnessed for the decade and beyond, be truly, truly selfless in her giving and care of this community. Her own roots are quite humble, as can be attested to by Mike Turnipseed and others in this community who have seen Raji emerge from a very humble, hardworking member of this community, very humble, to being extraordinarily impactful and meaningful service across the state. She is also still humble enough to have spent her birthday this year with youth from the homeless shelter, taking them shopping to the mall. They loved Target, I understand. And an extraordinary heart led by her father, Rupinder Judge, also a dear friend and second dad to me. Their hearts are so big. Their generosity knows no bounds. And that spirit is carried through by the women that you see here today who give and serve in so many capacities. We don't have enough time to list them today. But I do want to acknowledge my friends in sisterhood and service in this community and present to the Bakersfield Sikh Women's Association 10 years of empowering youth through your scholarship program for exemplary public service and civic contributions to the community of Kern County. Dated this December 9, 2025, signed by your Honorable Chair, Leticia Perez, and also our honorable supervisors and my colleagues seated here today. It is a pleasure to present this to you, Raji, as my friend, as my sister, and as a fellow member of this community devoted to hope, to love, to inclusion, to knowledge, to learning about one another, and locking arms in decency and peace and hope for all of this community and beyond. Thank you for what you do. Thank you to these women that you lead and inspire. And in their own leadership capacities, I appreciate all that they do. I humbly submit this recognition to you today. A small certificate, but big heart. Thank you for all you do. Raji.
Thank you so much, Brother Perez. We really appreciate this. I also want to take a moment to definitely acknowledge that this association would not be possible if it wasn't for the amazing women in the group who have poured their heart and souls into it. They're all working moms. Many of them were up last night doing science fair projects at 2 a.m. And a lot of them aren't here today because they are working moms. And they have been dedicated. It's not just us, but our families join in as well. Our parents, our husbands, our kids, they're all a part of this. And I think that is what's the beautiful part about the Sikh Women's Association. We all started with one common theme. We realized that our parents came to this country for a better opportunity, and they gave it to us. But now the calling was us. What were we going to do about that? And everybody here has made a point to ensure that they're a part of our community and uplift the community. So these amazing women, many who are not here, are the reason we're able to be such a success. And we also want to thank the Kern County Board of Supervisors, the Department of Public Health, Department of Mental Health Services, because I can't tell you how happy I get when I now see public health at our gurdwaras and mental health services at our gurdwaras. And we want to thank the Board of Supervisors, especially during COVID, for stepping up and ensuring that our gurdwaras were not alone in having COVID testing, education, and vaccinations. And so we appreciate that very much. And I also want to acknowledge our DA, Cindy Dimmer. I know she's not here, but we had a time in our community where we had some very tragic instances that happened in a year. And she called right away to say, what can I do? How can I help? We are here. And she has always been that phone call away, and I want to thank her and the DA's department for supporting us. And so this has been a community effort, and we would not be able to do what we do if it wasn't for community organizations who contribute and donate to us. And I know that your goal as the Board of Supervisors is to ensure that our community is uplifted, and you want to ensure that all your communities are well taken care of. So we are honored to be able to work together to ensure that we take care of parts of your community. So we'll step in when you can't, but that's what we're here for, and I think that's the beauty of Kern County. And I just want to say thank you for the recognition, and thank you to these amazing women. I mean, they are like superwomen. We were just calling them the Avengers a second ago for all the work that they do. But thank you so much, and we're happy to have this beautiful partnership with the County of Kern.
Oh, here comes Priscilla. Okay, so let's face this. Oh, here we go. Let's lock arms in here.
Come on, Priscilla.
Come on, Priscilla. Get over here. Thank you. Will you stay real quick and watch this next one? Okay. Thank you. Good to see you.
Chair, can I make a quick comment?
Please.
I just want to thank Raji. A lot of people don't realize this, but she does a lot of big things and small. But I'm going to tell you, oftentimes when we organize a community cleanup, she's the first one to step up and offer to handle lunch for the volunteers, and it's not a huge thing, but it's something that people that do that that are involved in that truly appreciate, and our office truly appreciates. And I just want to recognize her for just always, like you say, always being there for us. And it's nice to see her today. Thank you for doing that today.
I appreciate that. We're about to bring up Mr. Dimples and talk about the incredible operation by the community to feed our community in partnership with CAPK. And of course, we knew that we could call Raji and count on her and her family as always. And you're absolutely right, David. Thank you so much for your words. I'd now like to ask my friend, Gil Juarez, also known as Mr. Dimples, to please come to the podium to be recognized. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Can we have your family up here?
Yeah.
Come on down, family. Is this your mother?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to see you. Come on down, stand around. Mr. Dimples, Gilbert Juarez, known worldwide as Mr. Dimples, is a powerful example of what determination, resilience, and heart can create. Growing up in Bakersfield, California, Gilbert faced real hardship, and I am a personal witness to that truth. Grief, heartbreak, and personal challenges that would and do break most people. But he chose a different path. He never touched drugs, never joined gangs, and never fell into trouble with the law. Instead, he built his life on discipline, gratitude, and the belief that he was meant and created for something greater. Through years of hard work and staying true to himself, Gilbert evolved into Mr. Dimples, the joyful, dancing, cooking, community-driven personality loved by thousands. His positive energy and inspiring story caught national attention, leading to his premiere on the Jennifer Hudson show, where millions watched him shine. He's going back, by the way. That moment expanded his influence far beyond California, connecting him with fans all over the world. With his food truck, Dimples Food and Ice Cream, and his viral social media presence, Mr. Dimples encourages the youth and community with one message: anything is possible. As I like to say, en los Estados Unidos, todo es posible. If an average man like him can rise above life's barriers and create something meaningful, anyone can do the same. He lives by the motto, the best dreams are the ones we chase while awake. So make every dream count and work hard. If you'd like to find or follow Mr. Dimples, you can connect with him on social media, TikTok at Mr. Dimples, Instagram, and at Dimples Food. Mr. Dimples is a humble East Sider like myself. I've known him since he was a small boy, and I have watched him emerge into the extraordinary human being that he is today. And if you want to know how exceptional and excellent his work ethic and his personal ethos are, Netflix is currently working on a documentary of his life. And I know why. I have watched him as a child overcome truly extraordinary heartache, tragedy, and adversity to be a man of faith, hope, and love. What strikes me most about Mr. Dimples was on the first day of our feeding 2,500 families a day at the Kern County Fairgrounds. My brother, Isaiah, invited Mr. Dimples out to help, and he got right into action, bagging potatoes, serving families with a big smile on his face. And he'll tell you his story of how he came to return to the Kern County Fairgrounds with his resources, his family, his time, and his love to cook for and feed members of the National Guard, members of Cap K staff, our team, and Jeff Flores' team, and others who were present, volunteers, to serve families of Kern County, the least of these, our neighbors, in a spirit of love, of hope, and community vitality. I was absolutely stunned on our first day when we realized that while we had made provisions for tens of thousands of families in Kern County, we had not thought about lunch and how we would feed our National Guard. We simply had not thought about it. It had slipped our mind, Chris Parlier. As you know, these happens in such hectic moments. My staff, both Christian Romo and Priscilla Sanchez, jumped into action, and on the first day we were able to serve Costco pizza. It was a humble meal. It was appreciated by all. But on day two, we had to have the opportunity and the privilege to have some of the finest food recognized in national media for its style, for its uniqueness, and its absolutely delicious quality because of Mr. Dimples, and I'll let him tell his story. But Gilbert, it's an honor for me today to acknowledge you and the man that you have become. I am stunned when I see you, always in character, always smiling, always hopeful. You are the best of us. You are the finest of us here in Kern County and beyond. And as a fellow East Sider, I want to say you fill my heart with joy and pride. And this is a very special moment for me. In honor of your generous contributions to the Cap K food distribution in partnership with the California National Guard, and for supporting our most vulnerable Kern County neighbors, and for exemplary public service and civic contributions to the community and Kern County. Dated this December 9, 2025, signed by myself, chair of this board, as well as my colleagues. We present this to you, a humble certificate for your greatness, your heart, and for who you are to this community and beyond. Recognized now by some of the most powerful people in this nation because your heart is simply so legitimately compassionate, honest, authentic, true. You represent the virtues of your faith, hope, love, and giving. Thank you. We present this to you today. We'll hear from you, Mr. Dimples.
Wow. Good morning, supervisors and community members. I'm really thankful for everyone. My name is Gilbert Juarez, better known as Mr. Dimples. I was born in Los Angeles, but raised right here in Kern County. I was raised just like several other youth today in poverty, didn't really have much, but I took a smile and a grill and my family, and we created something that's just so magnificent, and that is giving back to our community and doing what I love to do. Why do I do it? Is because I know what it feels like to have nothing. And giving back is key. It feels so much joy to just to do that, you know. And if I can do it, I know the bigger guys will follow suit and we'll all come together and we can do it together as a community. And I do appreciate every single one of you guys for your services and everything you provide, because there's a lot more behind what you guys do than what I do. At this point, it's not about Mr. Dimples anymore. It's about our community, my family, my mom going through rough patches in her life and struggle. But we took that pain and turned it into positivity and purpose. And here we are with the Dimples Dreams. Is a nonprofit that we want to get started. We want to give back to the community, teach them financial literacy, help them grow in this community and get through circumstances that I once did. So with that being said, I do appreciate everything, Leticia, and thank you so much, Kern County, for believing in something that is bigger than what I can even imagine, you know, and we're alchemists. The best dreams are when you're awake. I'm proof.
Let's get a picture here. Mr. Dimples took my son Noah out on Thanksgiving to feed the homeless. He is everywhere. He is giving. He is a person of love and an extraordinary example for our young people. At the Cap K Food Bank food serving that we did at the fairs, Raji, her family, also provided food and served our National Guard and the volunteers. I want to say thank you for that. Okay, let's go here. Okay, moving along to the public presentations portion of this morning. This portion of the meeting is reserved for members of the public who would like to address this body on matters that are within the jurisdiction of the Kern County Board of Supervisors but are not on today's specific agenda. So I'd ask that you please state your name, state and spell your name for the record, as well as please, our 2-minute time limit. I understand that's not a perfect system, but we appreciate your graciousness towards that, our need and desire to get through our agenda this morning. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome and good morning.
Morning. I'm glad it's not perfect, because I'm not. Yeah, Andy Hensel, H-E-N-S-E-L. Morning, board, Madam Chair, and staff. So the Trump Justice Department is on track to complete more than half the states in California to clean up their voter rolls, and believes that the sloppiness that left dead people and non-citizens in a position to vote in Democratic-run states is intentional, a top prosecutor told Just the News. Quote, "The sloppiness of the elections in blue states is no accident. It's a feature, not a bug, said Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Harmon J. Dillon. She said it on the Just the News television show Wednesday night. The goal is to cram as many people on there and make voters who are not particularly engaged, make it easy for someone else to help them fill out the ballot and return it for them when they didn't care enough to do it themselves, she added. What we can do at the federal level is ensure that our federal election laws are observed, and that includes a state's requirement to keep clean voter rolls, she added. And that's a fundamental basic, one that we don't have here. Dillon spoke one day after her division filed lawsuits against 6 Democratic-run states, Maryland, Delaware, Rhode Island, New Mexico, Washington State, and Vermont, seeking to compel them to turn over to the DOJ their voter rolls to be inspected for abnormalities, outdated names, or non-compliant names. She also struck a deal with North Carolina to force it to review and fix over 100,000 names on rolls in that battleground state that were added without complying with state law. Now, the second part of this is very important, and I think to do it justice, we need a Marine or perhaps a retired Marine like Charles Shin.
I'm a big fan, too.
Thank you, Andy. God bless America. Good morning to the supervisors. Madam Chair, nice to be here today. God bless the staff.
Your name, sir?
Oh, Charles Shinn, S-H-I-N-N, retired Marine, concerned citizen.
Thank you.
Dillon went on to say her office is now on track to force through litigation, settlement, or voluntary efforts for at least 26 states to clean up their voter rolls. We are now in litigation with 14 states, so 6 yesterday include Maryland, Delaware, Rhode Island, New Mexico, Washington State, and Vermont. That adds to 8 we already have going. We're close to reaching resolution, voluntary cooperation with another dozen states, and I won't say which those are, but I think we will definitely let the public know when that happens, unquote. Quote, we have voluntary cooperation from 4 states, and we received or reached a settlement and a consent decree with the state of North Carolina, unquote. Dillon said the DOJ is checking records from all states, and it has found some states, like California, that are particularly, and concerned citizens have never said this word before, quote, loosey-goosey, unquote. She enumerated the sort of problems that are being uncovered in red and blue states alike. Quote, there are definitely people on the voter rolls of every state who don't belong there. They're dead, they've moved, they're registered multiple times. There have been reported instances of people, because of these insecure double extraneous registrations, going to the polls and having their vote already cast before they got there. Then there are clearly people on the voter rolls, including immigrants who are not citizens, and that can include legal immigrants and illegal immigrants who are on the voter rolls. I will be followed by my good friend, the perspicacious Dennis McLean.
Dennis McLean, M-C-L-E-A-N.
Morning, Dennis.
Morning, Madam Chair and Supervisors. I wish to read for the record a letter from Office of Public Affairs, U.S. Department of Justice, dated December 2nd, 2025, letter entitled, Justice Department sues 6 additional states for failure to provide registration rolls. Today's Justice Civil Rights Division announced it has filed federal lawsuits against 6 states, my fellows have already mentioned them, for voter registration list upon request, and they have not provided any. This adds to the previous lawsuits filed September 24, 2025, which includes California, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, New Hampshire, and Pennsylvania. Accurate voter rolls are the cornerstone of free and fair elections, and too many states have fallen into a pattern of non-compliance with the basic voter roll maintenance, said Attorney General Pam Bondi. The DOJ will continue filing proactive election integrity until states comply with basic election safeguards. Our federal election laws ensure every American citizen may vote freely and fairly, which we have said time and time again. States that continue to defy voting law interfere with our mission of ensuring that Americans have accurate voter lists as they go to the polls, that every vote counts equally, and that all voters have confidence in election results. According to the lawsuit, the Attorney General is uniquely charged by Congress with the enforcement of the National Voter Registration Act, NVRA, and the Help American Vote Act, HAVA, which are designed by Congress to ensure that states have proper and effective voter registration and voter list maintenance programs. This reinforces our Concerned Citizens Committee that has brought to your attention for several years. Thank you for allowing us to speak.
Thank you, Dennis. Any other members of the public at this time? Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Mike Yen from Mojave, G-E-Y-L-L-E-N. It's hard. Good morning.
Good morning.
People ask me why I continue coming here week after week. The answer is simple. I remember a parable from the persistent widow and the unjust judge. She had nothing but truth, no resources, no power. She kept coming forward until justice could no longer be ignored. That's the exact reason why we stand here. Because every time we raise our concerns, we are met with silence or deflection. And for us, the stakes are abstract. They are personal. They're sacred. During a warrantless abatement, while I was being arrested under the direction of court compliance, my grandfather's burial flag was taken from my home and never returned. That flag is not cloth. That flag is a final honor given to a United States Marine veteran who served this country, represented sacrifice and legacy. So when we're told to move on, I feel like I'm being told, forget your grandfather's service. I cannot do that. I can't live with myself if I walked away from his legacy. This is not about blaming anyone. This is about accountability. A burial flag disappeared under county-led operations, and that alone deserves honest investigation. We continue to come forward respectfully, persistently, because like that widow in the parable, all we have is truth. And we believe justice comes when the truth is finally heard. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Madam Chair.
Please, Supervisor Parlier.
Mike, thank you so much for coming forward. As a veteran myself, I feel your pain in regards to the loss of that flag. I don't know if it's retrievable or not, but I'm more than happy to, if you would accept it, to provide a flag in replacement in honor of him. Also, I believe that County Council may have a few comments too regarding your situation, and there might be some movement. I know your truck too, that was, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say impounded.
My grandfather's flag.
Right. There might be some movement on that, so I'm going to ask you afterwards to go up to my staff, Michael Herrera.
Well, if I may, all I'm asking is for an investigation. In all honesty, I don't think anybody's stupid enough to throw away a burial flag. So it might be in somebody's garage. Somebody could have taken it as a souvenir.
Well, I hope not, but I'll make sure to contact the department, and we'll go.
That's all we're asking for. I want to know where my flag is. That's it.
Thank you so much, Mike.
I'll leave you guys alone.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Supervisor Parlier, for intervening and assisting. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that
much.
Very much. Any other members of the public?
Madam County Council, do you have anything to add on that, or?
that he does know where his truck is, but there's been no movement from Mr.
Her mic.
Gann on his.
I'm sorry, your mic is not on. I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what you said?
I hit the wrong side. I apologize. I can. Let me see if I can remember what I said. We have responded to Mr. Gann twice since our last board meeting. However, he's not happy with those responses. We're working, our staff working on a third response to him at this point, because with each response comes many more questions, some of them very detailed about the incident that took place 3 years ago. So we are trying to dig into that and see what happened. I also know that Director Josh Champlin has had many communications with him and has offered to to get in touch with Veterans Services, and I believe has been in touch with Veterans Services about replacing the flag. He's also indicated that he knows where that truck is and that he will work with him to get that truck to him. I don't know that there's been any movement from Mr. Gann to take that truck. I don't know that he has anywhere to take it to at this point, but we are working with him. We do sympathize with his situation, but this was an incident that took place 3 years ago, and we've advised him that he may have a claim against his landlord, or he can file a claim against the county, but we are bound in what we can do because of gifts of public funds, and at this point, we cannot see that the county has violated any of his rights, although I know he disagrees with that.
Mr. Gann, you can't speak again. I'm sorry. If you could head up to Mr. Parlier's office, they're going to work with you to resolve these matters. Okay? Thank you, sir. This is unfortunately, the public presentations portion is not designed legally or otherwise to have a back and forth between the public and staff. When we do that, we have to agendize, we have to give notice to the public. It's just a complicated law that we have to follow, or we get in big trouble, that we have to notice the public if we're going to debate or talk in great detail any subject, because the public has the right to come and make comment on it. So since it's not agendized that way, and since this is public presentations, we're very limited in what we can do. So I don't mean to be rude, I just have to follow the law. Mr. Parlier has intervened and asked that you go up to his office. I believe we're going to continue to work through this matter. It's a complicated one, but you have caring people here, and they are going to work with you. And of course, you're persistent and assertive in your rights, which you should be. And so I believe that because of those factors, that we are going to bring resolution to the best of our ability here. So thank you, sir. If you could head to Mr. Parlier's office, his staff is waiting for you. Thank you. Thank you, counsel. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much. Ma'am, welcome, good morning.
Good morning, Supervisor Perez and board members. My name is Nadine Escalante, Nadine Escalante. I have some photos for each one of you Board of Supervisors and one for County Council. Thank you. Sunday morning, I was woken up by my neighbor in a panic, asking me to immediately come over to her house. She was fearful. I jumped out of bed, threw on my clothes, and ran across the street. Found out that the 17-year-old minor that she was taking care of in foster care had assaulted her. We notified the sheriff's department. Report was made. The two sheriffs that came out, Sheriff Morin, M-O-R-O-N, and Deputy Marquez, the lack of professionalism from them was appalling. The hostility, the aggression, and the assumption that the foster parent was the aggressor in this situation. Yesterday, the minor CPS worker asked the foster parent to take off all her clothes and check for bruises. The pictures you see are the bruises that this woman endured that the sheriffs did not ask or take pictures of until yesterday when I had them called again to come out and take these pictures. I'm not a foster parent. I was in foster care. These are the sources that you give to family members to learn how to be foster parents in this county and take care of foster children that are going through our foster care services in this county. We have children that have gone through severe abuse, severe sexual abuse, all kinds of terrible trauma. When I looked over these two handbooks that we are giving to community members to foster troubled youth in our community, we are not providing them enough training to adequately provide for these kids. My time is up. Supervisor Perez, my time is up already. If I could speak to somebody about the things that I have noted about areas where you guys can definitely have improvement on training, I've noted 7 areas of deficit.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Are there any other members of the public that would like to address this board? Please come forward.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning, ma'am. Welcome.
Sorry about that. I'm sitting down so long. I apologize. Hi, my name is Thomasina Rivers, Tomasena, and I'm here today for two subjects. The first one, I came here last meeting we had, and I asked if the board would donate money to Plans Elementary School for their helping the impaired children here in our community. And they are evolving. They are getting better and better. So I asked for a donation for the school. So I took the tax form to the school. The principal faxed it over, and the young lady upstairs, I want to say it's the 5th floor, is waiting for a response from the board itself. She made her own proposal, and I was like, all right, awesome. You know, because they really need it. They're doing a lot for our children. Our children aren't learning, or they're hitting and kicking, and they need support. So this school does a lot of that for this community. And I wanted to be the first. So as my son's representative payee, I am also, I'm his payee, and he goes to that school. So I am able to I took out $200 and put it in a donation for a cashier's check for the school. So I wanted to be the first to start. I mean, even if it's $5 a person, it will help with events. It'll help with books. It'll help with supplies for the teachers in the class. And they're doing all this without support from the county. And I think that we should we should help our community, not just like not help them at all. So I got about 32 seconds left. This is the one where I'm so sorry, but I must. I came in last week and I stated what I was going to be doing. I looked it up online and it shows that it was removed. So here I have filed on December 1st, 2015, a federal lawsuit against the county of Kern. Might not have that much time, but here I am the plaintiff pro se and Kern County defendant. Additional defendants will be Kern County, State of California, Department of Human Services, DHS, Lito Motorello, Valerie Rangel, Program Director, and also Bethany Wade, an appeals specialist. So this will be arriving soon. They try to stop it for time bar, which is impossible because it is ongoing, which means that it still hasn't been implemented since this date. So I just wanted to come here and say that, and also I hope by me filing a lawsuit does not cause any kind of retaliation on helping the schools. So I want to thank you guys very, very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day and great Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Rivers.
Sorry.
Any other members of the public? Please come down, state your name, and spell it, please, for the record.
Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk. Good morning. I'm Eddie Lane, E-D-D-Y-L-A-I-N-E. I'm a longtime resident of District 3. Before most of you were born, there was a song titled Teach Your Children Well. Well, one of the lessons we teach our children is to clean up the messes they make. A mess. That's what emails from weeks ago with pictures I'm passing around today show a mess on Ann's Trail and Piles Boys Camp picnic grounds. County staff or contractors cut trees and shrubs and now completely dry and threw them over the fence. Aside from being unsightly, they will be a fire hazard next summer. How to handle this situation? Kern River Parkway Foundation President Rich O'Neill spoke with CAO's General Services 8 days ago about a brief walking tour of the area, tentatively scheduled for last Wednesday. Then, in what is almost comedic, seemingly someone from Supervisor Flores' office contacted General Services with news about a meeting this coming Friday the 12th. Well, then General Services backed out.
citing the reason for the meeting on the 12th. Well, the meeting on the 12th is with several community folks, has nothing to do with Ann's Trail. Nothing to do with Ann's Trail. These messes should not be ignored. Plural, because one picture shows a hole dug in the picnic grounds without caution tape around it. Children playing on November 23rd could have slipped and broken a leg. Another maintenance issue. The maintenance buildings are unlocked and partially open. Another potential safety issue for children. One consequence of these messes which cannot be ignored, the result of the Palisades fire, there's a new state ordinance requiring defensible space zones. As of January 1st, dead trees and shrubs must be cleared within 30 feet of buildings. This would include one of the picnic grounds restrooms, not pictured, with considerable dead vegetation within 30 feet of that restroom. I hope the CAO's office will again commit to going in person with us to show you the hazardous messes in these pictures. Yes, we need to clean up the messes we make.
Thank you, Mr. Lane.
Can I respond to that?
Supervisor Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Lane, for coming in and sharing this. I don't know the context for the shrubs here. I do know the context for the meeting for my office on the 12th, which we've actually scheduled. We look forward to meeting with you. I don't know about your meeting with General Services because I don't do the scheduling for General Services. And to insinuate otherwise is incorrect. And speaking of corrections, you actually personally invited me to go to Ann's Trail with a walking tour, to which I said yes, and I gave you a date of December 3rd, which you did not confirm and you rejected. So I personally wanted to go out there, and you never got back to me about your own request to go visit Ann's Trail, to which I gave you December 3rd. You completely shined me. So that's the record. And I've got emails.
Thank you, Supervisor Flores. Are there any other members of the public who would like to comment, provide question or input to this board? Okay. Moving right along, past public presentations, board member announcements or reports. Supervisor Flores, do you have one on the list?
Yeah, I do. Speaking of parks, I want to give a shout out to our Parks and Rec Director, Michelle Burns-Lusich, as well as Isaac Preston, for doing a phenomenal job at Panorama Park over August in the summer months. Unfortunately, the park sustained a lot of damage from vandalism, broken sprinkler heads, irrigation box, clocks. It was a real mess. We lost 14 trees. And this last week, we made good on our promise to rehabilitate it. We planted oak trees, canyon oak, willows, coastal oak, live oak, beautiful trees that will be sustained for generations. We're looking at hardening the landscape, taking protective measures for the irrigation, and really turning it around. And so we've got a beautiful park, and our staff is doing a great job. The crews were out there in the early AM. It was really cold, and I just wanted to say a shout out to when a shout out is due, because too often people take the mic and they take shots at our departments. They take shots at particularly Parks. Parks is doing a great job, and I stand with our Parks Department, I stand with General Services, and I stand with our staff when they're doing a good job, and I also take criticism when they're not. But in this case, Parks is going in the right direction. It's an unprecedented investment in the history of the board, some $50 million in this last budget year, and so we're going to build upon that and do a great job. And then also, secondly, I have a special presentation with Leadership Bakersfield and the Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for your patience for sitting here through the morning. If you would join me at the podium, we have a special presentation. Thank you. So I am joined here by Leadership Bakersfield Team 2, And Leadership Bakersfield is a great program going back decades, cultivating the next generation of leaders. It's a distinguished alumni. It's an educational year. I used to serve on the Leadership Advisory Committee. I remember all the projects that would come forward. They do a lot of meetings throughout the year in education, healthcare, energy sector, government, and we are really blessed with such a program from the Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. In addition to that, each team does a special project here in the community in all our districts. Big impact. They raise hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout the years. And this year was very special because this team took on the project at the Jameson Center. And you know, that is such a sacred place. It's a place of healing, of sanctuary. Oftentimes in the middle of the night, there's tragedy, there's a family abuse, so much going on. A child is whisked away, not knowing what's happening, trying to make sense of it all. And our county offers the Jameson Center, one of a few such centers in the state. So these people took it upon themselves to renovate, to help the intake process, to do a series of projects. Well, I'll let Daniel talk about the projects they undertook to make it more welcoming, to make it safe, to make it secure, and a more pleasant experience. And so on behalf of our Board of Supervisors, we are really blessed to have people of this caliber roll up their sleeves and do servants work, and our children in an apartment are the better for that. So I want to thank you. We have certificates for all of you. And also, Daniel, if you'd like to say a few words about the work that was undertaken.
Well said, Supervisor.
Thank you.
It's God's work.
Thank you, Supervisor Flores. Good morning, members of the board. My name is Daniel Green, and it's my honor to be here representing Team 2 from the 2025 cohort of Leadership Bakersfield. The Leadership Bakersfield program, as Supervisor Flores mentioned, is a 10-month program in which professionals from all over the greater Bakersfield area are brought together to learn about the various facets of our city and county, such as education, agriculture, energy, human services, and more. In the program, we are broken up into smaller teams where we come up with a community service project to carry out from start to finish, including the project concept, establishing partnerships, securing funds, and then working out the many logistics of the project to completion. For our project, we chose to work with the Jameson Center. As we were brainstorming project ideas, one of the members of our team who serves as a sergeant for the Bakersfield Police Department brought up a need that he was aware of at the Jameson Center. He had mentioned that while Jameson had undergone a recent remodel in much of the facility, one piece that was still significantly lacking was their intake center. We contacted Jameson and they invited us to tour the facility. When we arrived, we were greeted by the friendly faces of the staff that worked there, but what was overwhelmingly apparent was the lack of warmth and clinical atmosphere of the facility. While the staff did everything they could to help children feel welcome, the lobby area and the intake room were made up of blank walls, outdated furniture, and old technology. In talking to the Jameson Center staff to better understand their intake process, we learned that the area was the area that we were in was the first impression of children when they arrived at the center. The staff did their best to help children feel safe and comfortable, but the cold environment often added to the clinical feeling of the intake process. Also, as part of that process, every child that comes into the facility is shown an orientation video. They played the video for us, and we were shocked to see that the video was about 30 years old. It appeared to have been shot originally for VHS and converted at some point to DVD. The video was outdated, low quality, and it showed technology and facility and amenities that no longer existed in the center. Also, after seeing this, with our minds already beginning to think of ways to help, on our way out, we witnessed a young girl, about 13 or 14, being dropped off in the lobby, completely in tears. We didn't know what the situation was, but it was heartbreaking. And it was at that moment that our team decided that we wanted to transform the intake experience at the Jameson Center. So our project had four main focuses: to remodel the lobby and intake room, to organize some of the storage spaces there, to host a donation drive, and fourth, to update the center's intake video. In our remodel of the lobby and intake room, we replaced outdated items such as furniture, shelving, storage, and even shower curtains. But the most impactful change we made to the spaces was in the way of color. We partnered with a local muralist who guided us in adding some incredible murals to the white walls. These paint strokes brought a new, indescribable energy that completely transformed the mood of the room. For our focus of organizing storage spaces, we spent many hours there going through the many articles of clothing, shoes, games, and toys to make things a little easier to find. The sad truth we learned was that it's challenging to keep these areas organized with how many children go through the center on a weekly basis. Because of that, their needs of these items is very high. So also a part of our project, we partnered with KGT to host a donation drive at their Compassion Corner. They hosted us on the news to bring awareness to our project and to talk about the Jameson Center. We were very busy that day. Over the course of 12 hours, we had more than 100 individual donors show up to support. In total, we filled 52 large Home Depot boxes and about 19 big black trash bags worth of clothing, shoes, games, and hygiene items. The fourth area of focus was to update the center's intake video. As I mentioned earlier, the previous version was very outdated, and while I could describe it, you really have to see it to believe it. I brought some brochures here with us that I would love to pass out to everyone. But in the brochure, there's a QR code that you can scan with a special version of the video that has an extra 1-minute intro that shows the old video, shows what the old video looked and sounded like. And I hope you'll take the time to watch it. The video was no small task to produce. Filming was a 13-and-a-half-hour day led by our team of 7, but it also involved a 4-person production crew, 2 children with speaking roles, and nearly 20 child extras. It was shot while the center was in operation, so we had to shoot it out of order throughout the day as different areas were available. The result is a powerful, modernized video that reflects the center's mission today, and we're very proud of it. In closing, we were blown away by the support of our community throughout the project. The thing I personally was most worried about was the fundraising, and that turned out to be the easiest. People were eager to donate to help the Jameson Center. In just a few months, we raised over $18,000 in cash donations, received a $5,400 grant from Home Depot, and received various in-kind donations from individuals and companies that made our project possible. While our 10-month program is now technically over, we feel blessed to have been able to invest directly in the Jameson Center and spread the word of the amazing work they do. On behalf of Team 2 from the 2025 Leadership Bakersfield cohort, thank you again for the opportunity to share about our project.
What an incredible, beautiful presentation. What a beautiful soul you are. Thank you so much for what you have done. If you want to see what excellence looks like, that's it, as just presented to this body. That is absolute excellence. Thank you, Supervisor Flores, for bringing this to our attention. Thank you very much. Thank you for your excellent spirit. That is beautiful. Wow. Supervisor Peters, did you have a board member announcement and report?
I do, thank you. First, I wanted to echo Supervisor Flores' comments, thanking our park staff. They recently received from the American Society of Civil Engineers multiple awards, including from the Los Angeles section, the Outstanding Park and Recreation Project of the Year, which was the park in Kernville called Riverside Park for the significant improvements that they've made there. So well done to our General Services Department. Additionally, I wanted to address an issue that's been of concern recently in my district. It's been impacting our ranchers as well as rural communities. Over the past 10 years, we've seen growing numbers of gray wolves who have been increasing their predations on livestock and encroaching in our rural communities, presenting a danger to residents. So I would like to make a referral to staff to bring back a resolution that affirms the county's support for livestock producers, opposes the further establishment of wolf packs in our county, and calls on state and federal wildlife agencies to protect our ranchers and residents. I would also like the resolution to highlight the need for Kern County to be included in any future wildlife decisions that could impact our agricultural communities. This resolution would send a clear message that we support conservation, but not at the expense of our rural economy, our public safety, or the families that have depended on ranching for generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Peters. You're an excellent advocate for your district. I think we need a motion on that resolution.
Or second.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll make the motion and gladly accept the second.
Thank you. I'm going to reiterate, Supervisor Peters made the motion, Supervisor Parlier seconded that motion. And I'd ask the other gentleman to please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Any other board and member announcements or reports? Okay. We're going to move forward on the agenda, and we have one remaining item. And this is item number 30, which is a request to accept an in-kind donation from TerraGen LLC for public safety equipment and to appropriate unanticipated revenue to mid-year capital asset acquisitions in the amount of $82,489. This is under our Sheriff's Department. And Supervisor Parlier is going to make a presentation at the podium on this regard. But are there any members of the public who would like to comment on this matter? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing portion and ask Supervisor Parlier to head down to the podium to make the presentation on the motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If I could have the designated members from the Sheriff's Department and the TerraGen team, please meet me down front. And I'll just make the motion now.
Okay.
Motion approved.
We have a motion and a second, and we're going to hear the presentation. Thank you for your patience, TerraGen. Appreciate you very much.
Madam Chair, colleagues, we know what amazing citizens we have in Kern County, but we also have wonderful businesses. And no better than TerraGen that's with us today. So TerraGen, through their representative, reached out to me a few weeks back and said, we want to do something for public safety. The Sheriff's Department is so active in trying to help us in East Kern, and I hooked them up with the Sheriff's Department. And they came up with some ideas to really help our county through their generous donation. And first, I just want to bring up Chief Kessler to talk a little bit about what this donation means for the Sheriff's Department. And then I'm going to bring up the TerraGen team so they can make a few comments too.
Excellent.
Chief?
Thank you.
Good morning, all. David Kessler, Kern County Sheriff's Office, Chief Deputy over our patrol. Patrol's going to benefit from this donation. We're very pleased to have this donation from TerraGen. It's very kind of them to do this for us. It's going to bring proactive patrols out in the eastern Kern area, allow us to search infrastructure very quickly and efficiently with this new technology of the drones and other technology that we're going to be deploying out there. Also help with search and rescues, missing people, and everything else that go along with that to be able to search large areas. Also protect our citizens and our officers even more during their daily patrols, which will be a great benefit. So we're really appreciative of this donation and look forward to the technology and deploying it. Donations like this is what makes Kern County great. The citizens and the residents and visitors will all benefit from this donation and makes us proud to work here when we see things like this come from our community. So thank you again.
Well said. Thank you. It is encouraging indeed. Well, TerraGen, we want to hear from you.
Well, Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Simon Day, and I'm here with my colleague Riddell Castanon, who is the General Manager of TerraGen's operations group based in Mojave, where we have over 120 people who work there. As you may know, TerraGen has been developing, constructing and operating wind, solar and energy storage projects in Kern County for over 18 years. Our company and staff are very appreciative of the stellar work of the East Kern Police Department, and we are pleased to provide this in-kind donation for public safety equipment. Thank you very much.
Outstanding.
So Simon, as a token of appreciation, a token from District 2 and myself, I want to give you my challenge coin, and thank you so much for the appreciation.
Thank you,
Miguel.
Supervisor.
Thank you so much.
Well,
you have one, Chief. Thank you so much. And if we get a picture real quick?
Sure.
Supervisor Parlier is both a veteran of the United States Armed Forces as well as former law enforcement as a former DEA officer. So I know this matter is personal and important. And of course, we're big supporters of the law enforcement community here in Kern County. And I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
I know Donnie's happy. It's also nice to see Linda Parker here, the representative and dear friend and advocate of this industry. Consistently, compassionately.
Linda, you want to come up?
Yes, Linda, I think that's appropriate. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tara Jen. Thank you, Linda. Okay, this brings us to the end of our morning agenda. We're going to close now, adjourn to closed session, and we'll be back at 2 p.m. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion to adjourn. So moved.